So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down. And you look at the Saints defense. Now, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Ravens 1st down.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
A handoff from Mitchell running left, and he'll be stopped at the 46. Gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here comes 3rd down and 7. To throw is Jackson. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing to start the drive. Barber. And got his man complete. He's to the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. George Pickens, 82 yards. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, just zero hesitation from the rookie passer there, partner. He is coming out firing in this opening quarter.
And all the talk leading into this game was that pass rush talking about challenging this guy, getting into his grill, getting into his space. And how about him? Might be his first year in the NFL, but I don't see any fear in him at all. How about that big-time throw right out of the gate?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right.
They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. That was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Back to throw. Barber. He completes it right side to White. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Ravens.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Ravens are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Jackson now. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
Saints 7. Justin Tucker will kick off the ball.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago, add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Barber. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 14, Saints 7.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's White.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Hard throw, incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
On 4th down, Barber.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Buying time to his left. Oh, wide open, complete.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
91 yards.
and the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barber.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Harry. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. Jackson will keep it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Saints will have the football back. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice throw there by the rookie from Wisconsin. They've got a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw. Barber.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Second and 10. And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back Back to throw. Barber. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. Back to throw again.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
Brings up second and a yard.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
The 17-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 4th down, Barber. Touchdown, Saints. From 17 yards out.
And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point attempt to follow here. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And a good kick pays off as he's only able to get this out past the 10-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you, I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded at about the 28. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 2nd and 1. For the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's done. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
Looking to throw. Barber.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And they'll send Pickens in motion right here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside handoff now, Miller. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Pickens going in motion left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the interception, here's Jackson. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Pickens complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming, 4th and 3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 21. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Barber.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Good for the Saints. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Barber. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Jalen Armour-Davis, the one to get the tackle.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
Jackson now. He's going to try and go deep again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.